And we're back at 6:30. Good morning. Happy Saint Sunday to you. I'm Maddie Kurth, and it's that last home game of the year, so the tailgates will be epic today. Hannah Gard has your game day forecast. Hey, Hannah.
Hey, Maddie. Looking outside, we have that sun about to come up, a beautiful golden glow on the lakefront for our Saints today, our last game. It's going to be exciting. And we do have good weather for our Sunday after that stormy day yesterday. Our current conditions, a little bit cool this morning. We're in the low 60s south of the lake. We're seeing some low 50s up to the north. It's 52 in Hammond and Bogalusa. So we're behind the cold front now. Things are cooling off and will continue to as we go throughout the day. So you're seeing about a 10 to 15 degree temperature change area wide. We do have a dense fog advisory in effect for some areas of the North Shore and the western areas of the river parishes. I'm not really seeing a ton of that fog this morning. It looks like we have seen some patchy fog forming up near Bogalusa. So if you do run into one of those banks of fog, just slow down. But right now I'm not seeing super bad visibility. Just keep that in mind over the next couple of hours. 68 today for our high, so we're going to be in the 60s through most of the afternoon. We don't really get 70 degrees behind this front, but we will have sunshine, so that'll help it feel a little bit warmer. Here's the front that moved through and brought all of that storm activity that we saw late overnight into early this morning. Now it's bringing some tornado threats to Georgia, the Carolinas, parts of Florida, where we have that tornado watch in effect. We're on the back end now, so we're going to see things clearing out for us and that slightly cooler air coming into play. Sunshine today. Tomorrow morning, we could see a little bit more fog than what I think we see today. Kind of make it out there on the modeling. I think it'll still be pretty patchy, but because we'll see a little bit of a southerly flow returning, we'll have more moisture to work with. And then here's another front that comes through Tuesday morning. So by the afternoon, we're starting to usher some of that cooler air in. I still think we actually get pretty warm Tuesday afternoon, even though the front comes through, because it's going to take a second for the colder air to get to us. So we'll still be in the low 70s both Monday and New Year's Eve. We could see a shower or two in the morning as the front arrives on Tuesday, but then by Wednesday, 60 degrees. So overnight, for midnight, the fireworks, I think it's going to be pretty windy behind that front, and it's going to be on the cooler side. So prepare for that. You have those New Year's plans. Here's a look at where we've been temperature-wise through most of the month. We've been above normal. We had a little bit of a cool down last week. We've been warming up again over the past 5 days. Now we're going to see a pattern flip. We're still warm for today and tomorrow. We have this low that came by on water vapor. You can see the counterclockwise spin there, but we have a big low that's approaching the Pacific Northwest. You see this big digging U shape. That's going to make it over the ridge of high pressure that's sitting over Mexico and down across our area. That's what brings that cooler weather for Wednesday. And this is a really big low pressure system over the northeastern U.S. So that's going to bring some cold air. And then we have another one loading. This is Sunday. So because this one is kind of to the east of us and we have a little bit of high pressure rebuilding, we stay right around average until this second low gets to us. Then I think that will be a big cool down. So looking at the highs, low 70s, upper 60s through Tuesday. Once we get down into the 60s and upper 50s, it is a little bit below normal. Our normal this time of year is 63, so it's going to feel cool, but it's still pretty close to our average temperatures. So we're not getting to the point in the mornings where we have light freeze conditions. We could see a frost Thursday and Saturday morning north and west of the lake. But that second low that I talked about next weekend, so into the second week of January, that one is going to bring another really large cool down for parts of the eastern U.S. This is well below normal temperatures for places like the Carolinas. So we will be watching for that. I think we'll see some real winter returning. But until then, we still see a temperature jump. It's just not going to be that Arctic cold really until we get to the week after. So still cooler weather heading into the new year, especially around firework time, Maddie. That front will have kind of just moved through, so I think it's going to be pretty breezy and on the cooler side for our midnight.
We know all those kids are going to be out there lighting fireworks, so you're going to want to keep an extra eye on them, it seems. You don't want any wind kind of knocking some embers out to you.
Yeah, firework safety, really important when we have those windy conditions, but it could help us out with the fog that we normally see forming, but because it's going to be cooler, sometimes that can make it more likely to form. So we'll watch for that.
Fingers crossed. All right, thanks, Hannah.